you won.
Hey, Kata. This is Marin. She's a friend.
I'm sorry Papa hurt you.
Yeah.
He said I'd never see you again. What are you doing here?
Kata, your father stole something very important. We're gonna ask him to give it back.
Will you show us the way?
Okay. Follow me. I don't like it here. It's dark and lonely.
You don't have to be afraid. Better?
You're very pretty.
Kata! How did you get here?
It wasn't easy.
You shouldn't have followed us.
Papa, don't!
Stay back, Kata. This is the only way to keep you safe.
She will be safe. I promise, Bode. But listen to me. It's over.
Lay down your weapons.
This planet will be a haven for those hunted by the Empire, including Kata and you. But you have to surrender now.
Go outside, Kata.
Listen to them, please!
I will decide what's best for my family.
This is for Seer. This is for Cordova and everyone else who Bode betrayed. What's up, YouTube? Zero here, and today I have the final boss battle in Star Wars Jedi Survivor against Bode. In this video, I will show you the boss battle against Bode, and I'll give you some tips and tricks that I learned throughout this battle, hopefully making it a little bit easier for you to defeat him. It did take me a few tries to finally break through until the end. Before I get into it, I do want to say if you do enjoy this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more Star Wars Jedi Survivor content. I do a bunch of other video games, so feel free to check those out as well. Without further ado, let's get into the boss battle. So against Bode, there are going to be 4 rounds. The first round, Marin is going to help you out. She's going to do some damage to Bode. You can play the round either aggressive or non-aggressive. It doesn't really matter. Marin is going to do some damage to you. I was using the cross guard stance for that round because it's easier at breaking opponents and does a little bit more damage. Bode isn't extremely aggressive in that round. You do have to watch out for a few of Bode's attacks, but the first round's not going to be too hard. Utilize Marin as much as possible in that round. You saw that Bode went to grab Marin and place a detonator on her back. When he did, it allowed me to attack him. Just block and try to perfect parry, and that'll allow you to break through his block meter in the first round and get some damage off on him. Same in the second round, although Bode does have a few unblockable attacks, which if you're less aggressive in the first round, the unblockable attacks will come into play in the first round, but I saw them more in the second round. There are 2 that you're really going to have to worry about. The first is going to be his blaster shot unblockable attack. He does utilize his blaster a decent amount in the battle, and that's another reason why I preferred to use the crossguard stance. There is an upgrade on the crossguard stance that allows you to send back a very significant blaster shot, not just the normal blaster shot, but an exploding blaster shot if you have that upgrade. So I do recommend, if you have that upgrade on the crossguard stance, utilizing that in the first 2 rounds against Bode, because a perfect time block on a blaster shot will send back that explosive shot that you just saw there, dealing extra damage to Bode, which is why I prefer the crossguard stance as one of the 2 stances. He utilizes that blaster when he does throw out grenades, so watch out for those because he can deal a significant amount of damage. The second unblockable attack is a little bit harder to avoid, and it can do a significant amount of damage. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but that second round, you do have to watch out for those grenades. Try to make sure that you are perfect parrying. Get up close to Bode. Make sure you're perfect parrying. And after you break his block meter, get a couple of attacks in. And again, if you have the crossguard stance, utilize that to your advantage. After you get through the first 2 rounds, Bode is going to get more aggressive, and he is going to start utilizing different attacks. Now, as he is beating Cal into a pulp, and I'm about to unleash the beast, go into the darkness, allow the darkness to take over. The other unblockable attack in those first 2 rounds, and he also does it later as well, is a grab. Now, what I found was the easiest to avoid his grab: jump up into the air as he glows red, and as he's leaping forward, click dodge while you're in the air, and that's a great way to avoid that attack. After you avoid that, that's another good way to deal damage to Bode. Now, in the next 2 rounds, Bode gets more aggressive, and this is where I use the combination of the crossguard stance and the double-bladed saber. The double-bladed saber is really great defensively and is also really quick. So that's going to allow me to block his aggressive attacks a little bit easier, and I'm going to be able to hit him a little bit quicker. But in these next 2 rounds, Bode will send force, wind, whatever you want to call it, in the air, so make sure that you are dodging at the appropriate moment. He will stick his lightsaber into the ground, and that's when you know you're going to have to get ready to dodge those attacks. He has a couple. He has a couple that are vertical in nature, and you're going to have to dodge either left or right. And then he has one that he sends on the ground, so you're going to have to jump over that. He also has a ground pound, an unblockable ground pound. Actually, these are unblockable, so just be aware of them. And then he'll start getting aggressive. He'll charge at you. He'll start swinging a bunch. That's when you just have to start blocking, and be aware, because in the middle of his flurry, he will also have unblockable attacks, so make sure you dodge away for it. But after his swinging flurry, if you are able to block a lot, you can either break his stance, or he'll pause for a second, allowing you to get a few hits off. But that's where I do like the double-bladed saber, because it is quicker. So that allows you to get a couple of hits off after you break him and not have to worry about the slowness of the crossguard. Even though the crossguard is great for the first 2 rounds, it gets a little bit harder to utilize in the next 2 rounds, which is why I like the fastness of the double-bladed. You also can embrace the darkness. Now, you do have to be very careful. Even though you embrace the darkness, slowing down time, you can only get a few hits off before Bode is back in action. He does go back to his normal self after you embrace the darkness and get a few hits off, so just be aware of that, because you're not going to be able to just continually hit while you are embracing the darkness. Bode will eventually just go back to hitting like he normally does. He won't be slowed anymore, so when you're in that slow-mo time, you're going to have to block and dodge his unblockable attack, so just be aware of that. Now we are coming down to the end of the video. You get to a point where you're going back and forth with Bode and you have to click square a bunch of times. That's when you know you are in the final push. to defeating Bode. Again, this last round, I do prefer utilizing the double blade because it is a very quick blade. I would recommend just being very quick. This final push of the battle, Bode is insanely aggressive. One move that I do like to utilize if you have unlocked it with the double blade is you hold L1, and this is for the PlayStation, and you click square, which lunges you forward. It's kind of like a chopper where you can lunge forward and deal a little bit of damage. It gives you an opportunity to be a little bit away from Bode, flying at him with a lightsaber spin, dealing some damage, and as soon as you do that, I would recommend dodging away from him because he utilizes a lot of unblockable attacks and very quick attacks in that final round. So utilizing a saber that is quick, especially the double-bladed, is really going to be fantastic for that round. But after he does a couple of his unblockable attacks or his flurry, will allow you to get some openings and finish him off. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, may the Force be with you. Peace.
Don't put this on your daughter.
Bode, we know what it's like to grow up alone.
Please, listen to them, Papa!
All right. And when the Empire comes, will you be able to protect my little girl? I'm sorry, Kada. I tried.
No, Papa!
Stay back!
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks.
Good. We should speak. I was not much older than you when I lost my family. For many years I carried this pain. I did not want to feel better.
Why?
I thought if I let go of the pain, I would be letting go of the people I loved. But I was wrong. And one day, I met someone who also lost his family. Together we found another way to survive. This pain is yours. It is part of you.
When my mother died, it changed Papa. And me too, I guess.
Yes. But it does not have to define you. And you must not let it consume you.
my life on Brockham. You let me walk my own path when I needed to. You taught me what it truly means to be a Jedi. Now you're gone. We will continue your legacy, Seer. We will build something that can outlast the Empire. I promise you that. I promise. But I'm scared. I almost lost myself. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready for what comes next.
Guide her through the darkness.
Well, not exactly what we expected. But this place is our home now.
Yeah, Grease. Yeah, I guess it is. Still got a lot of work ahead of us.
It will take time to contact the hidden path.
And find the anchorites.
And build a saloon. I mean, the place is creepy, but it does have franchise potential.
This belongs with you.
It belongs with all of us. What do you think, kid? Should we give it a shot?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Ah, that's the spirit. Oh, that's great. Come on, I'll bet you're hungry. I'll make you something to eat. Did you ever have a scaz steak?